Welcome back, Fire Crew. It's your captain, Yeehaw Yadam, and for today's video, we're going to be going back for another live gameplay commentary. Today, it's going to be all about Law. So, Law is always been one of my favorite decks. Since been powerful since set 1, because not only of its very interesting color combinations of red and green, but of its very powerful leader ability. But I guess we all know about that right now. What does Law get in OP-03 that makes it more interesting, impactful, weak, strong, whatever? And what we've come to conclude is that Buggy is just another 1-drop for Law, right? Just another red 1-drop for Law that we can go ahead and shamble into our very powerful green top end of Law. So by using Buggy, the Law now gets it gets the ability to go ahead and have these defensive option cards that have always been powerful. Radical Beam has always been an option that's floated around, teetered with the idea that Law can use it because of being a 4-life leader. Getting to the 2-life threshold is not too darn difficult. Then if you combo that up with Curly D, being able to consistently find you these very powerful 1-drops, now you have a deck that's pretty darn consistent, and as long as you can see a Bonnie to find some cycle into top end, we're in for a good game. So let's see how Law can match up with these very powerful decks from OP-03. Is it still a contender? Is he better? Is he weaker? Let's find out. Alright guys, so for our matchup, we've got Law versus Zoro. So not a great matchup for Law. It's never been a fantastic matchup just because of the sheer amount of speed that Zoro has, and now with cards like Marco in their deck, both of the Marcos, it's not going to be easy to push through. They also just probably do not play the Whitebeard, but if they do play the Whitebeard, not going to make it much better for us. So we'll go ahead and play Buggy. Buggy's going to go ahead and add us a beam. We'll go ahead and do this, and then we'll just play a Chopper. I know it's a little early to play this Chopper down, but I don't think I have much more that I can do this turn. Not going to block with it, and I don't think many Zoros have opted to play the Vista anymore, so hopefully he also isn't playing Nico Robin, as Nico Robin is just really, really darn good versus our deck. So let's just hope everything goes well. Oh, he attaches. I mean, it's a really bizarre turn, but I'm down. If he's down, I'm down. That's all that matters, right? So I'm going to play Nami. Nami's going to go ahead and add me a Brook. And then I probably just swing base and hope this isn't a Jet Pistol. I can't afford to play this Bonnie down because if he does have Marco on curve, he's just going to KO the Bonnie. So not great for me. This is also a slash leader, so Buggy might be able to get in there. He's going to have to attach like a Dawn and then swing here, which is kind of okay. So I can probably play Brook, go into the Buggy, swing for another 5. Just be as aggressive as I possibly can. Probably the best way I can go about managing these turns. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this, play into the Buggy. And probably just hit him for 6. Not going to keep any Dawn available. Goes ahead and gives me a 2k. I'm fine with that. So if he plays the Marco, he won't be able to KO the Buggy, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's not the best for me. No blocker, resolve attack. Nice, man. Don't let that get you, boys. And yeah, he's going to Marco. So Marco could take care of the Buggy or can take care of the Nami, whichever he chooses. Probably the Nami. Even though the Buggy, that's a weird card to... Sure, man. Sure, man. That's the sim for you, ladies and gentlemen. So, probably attack here. So yeah, you should always probably KO the Nami just because you don't want me to Law this multiple times, right? That's not something that you really want to happen. And now this is looking pretty darn good. We can see where this one's going. So I'm going to go 5 at 2. And man, this Buggy really just housed him real quick. I'm going to go ahead and play the Makino. Makino is going to trigger ability to target the Nami. Nami's also going to hit for another 5. Just have to hit Zoro for bases. They just play so much nowadays that Just not even going to deal with it. He's probably going to take it anyways. The only part that I get punished here is this is exactly Jet Pistol. And if it's exactly Jet Pistol, that's lame. He gives me a 2k. Whew, man, I cannot be more down for that. I'll deploy this. I'll use the Shamble ability to bounce this, to play this, to use this action to bounce this, to play this, to add this. Yeah, and that's actually really solid because the Curly D can go ahead and grab in that order. I can swing for another 2 here. Then I force him to go here, which is kind of nice for me. And I'm actually really down to do that. Because this is kind of what the deck wants you to do. I want to use my blocker here and have this swing here. Because this can't swing here. And hopefully he doesn't make that same mistake twice. Because that's just foolish. I don't have much combo power in my hand right now. The Jet Pistol's my law. Cool. If he's Jet Pistoling the law, he's not removing the Bonnie, and I do have more laws where that came from. So, again, mighty fine for me. This has to go here, this goes here, I guess. 7-7? Yeah, man. You got it, boss. You've got it, chef. So, the fact that he turned this sideways, again, another mistake, because I'm now going to be able to just, instead of giving him cards in his hand, I can remove cards from his hand, which is always really, really nice. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. So he either gives me cards or he takes. And I mean, he has pitched these two on exactly 5Ks. Well, this one was on a 6K. This was a card, this was a pitch on a 5. So he probably has a bunch of 2s in his hand. So I just want to hit him at his base number, and that should probably be enough to deal with this card. So I go with this, +1, +1, plus Shambles. It's probably good enough. You can also Makino, and then Shambles the Makino to do more damage. Makino is a crazy card, man. Go this, this. I can Bonnie too while I'm at it. Just love to see hands like this. Gives me another card. I can go ahead and play a Chopper. I'm going to go ahead and use this ability to bounce this, to play this, to use his ability to bounce this, to play this, to attach a Dawn, and then go 6 again. And I'm at 2 life with 2 Rad Beams, and yeah, he gives me another card. And then that's really, really good for me, right? Because he only has 1 attacker on the board, and for Zoro, that is not where you want to be. But God, man, that card is just not cool. Very, very not cool, man. Not cool, big bro. We'll go ahead and block with this. If he swings the Marco, then we just... I mean, I don't want to Rad Beam it. I don't want to lose this. I have to lose this. I can't use my Rad Beams right now, especially with this card on the board. We'll defend. That was a good top deck. I'll go here. Hit this for 6, because I'm not going to hit the leader for 7. That's just not happening right now. I'm just going to try to remove as many cards as physically possible. Keep up as much Dawn as possible as well. Try to Nami. I'm going to Zoro him twice this turn. And let's see where that gets us, right? Because we just have another law. This is why this card is so important in this specific deck. I mean, it makes sense. The law deck needs the law card. But just using this card over and over and over again to recycle your board is so nice. Like, look at this advantage. Gonna have to transition this advantage to a win, though. That's the important part. Especially off the back of this guy. He gives me a 1. Better give me another one, my boy. He lets it go. It was finally time, huh? Go ahead and play the Nami. Nami's gonna find me. I believe this is the choice right now. I'm going to use this to go ahead and look for this is really good. I don't even have to double Zoro him, right? I can just use this. I can just be really aggressive this turn. I like that idea. I like that idea. Oh, it's a Jet Pistol, huh? No, just kidding. Go ahead and add this back. Play this to bounce this. I mean, we could recycle this, but I will opt not to. Go 8. Give me a 2K. I don't think he has any more. I've just been hitting him so much. Removed 1, 2, 3. He might be able to have a 2k now. He can remove it, then he goes down to 3 cards in hand on his turn with a full board. Tough. He leaves this Bonnie on board too. That means that I can cycle into another one of this, which is also problematic. And even if I don't cycle into another one of this, I still have the Zoro in hand plus Law combo. So he needs to play another Whitebeard in order to not lose the game immediately this turn. He's not looking great in this spot. And I do just have the Rad Beams plus a 2k. So whatever I play shall be safe. He's going to attach 2 here. Swing here, pop the Chopper. Now, do I have to even defend this, right? So Rad Beam, I can, but I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to. That's fine. I really don't think that matters all that much in this situation. Gonna play Luffy. Gonna go 7-7. 7-8. Their 8 is just too good not to Radical Beam. If he ignores this Bonnie entirely, then that's just troll. But he already attached 2. Sure, man. Don't mind me, brother. Yeah. And with that, he has 4 cards in hand, 2 on board. I might even be able to take this guy down, which would be super cool, right? If I can Otama this twice, I'd be down to a 6k. Go Otama, Zoro, Veggie, Shambles, bounce the Otama, play the Otama. How much is that? 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. I'm up. I have 3 left. And I can 6, 6, 6. Remove 3 cards out of his hand. I don't think that's the move. That doesn't sound right. So, firstly, we'll have to see what we draw, then what the Nami adds us. That card actually makes it so much easier, funnily enough, to do that exact play. But I don't think we have to. We just don't have to do that. We can just be... We can do the same thing onto this Luffy, because this isn't going to beat us in 1 turn. And play this, 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 bounce this, playing with this, replay this. Yeah, just a lot of pressure that he has to deal with in these next couple turns. So he's gonna have to give me a card here. I'm just swinging bases to see what he gives me. I don't think he has much counter power in general. If he goes ahead and lets this go, I will just 7 his lead. Then probably 5, 7. We'll go ahead and see how he takes this. And that's what's important when you see how your opponent plays these turns. You kind of can go ahead and get some good assumptions, right? So based on the last turn, he doesn't have like a lot of counter in his hand, but he did draw 2 bonus cards. This was probably one of the cards that he previously had, as he didn't defend. So these cards could have been defensive. Speaking of defensive cards, he gives me a Curly to Dawn. He'll give me a Curly to Dawn. I don't think that he might have another counter. Let's see if it's a 2k or not. He lets this go. Yeah, there you go. That's the 2k. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Zoro. Now I'm going to go ahead and KO this because he definitely doesn't have any more counter in his hand. Oh, he does, huh? Interesting. Doesn't matter if I use the Otama or the Brook. They're actually exactly the same. So if they're exactly the same, I'm just going to save and Dawn. Go this, use ability to bounce this, to replay this, to bounce this, to replay this, and then just run over it. I mean, yeah, this could be a 2k, but just by the way that they're playing, it can't possibly be. And even if it is a 2k, then he has to top deck a Rusher to even have the probability of winning the game. And based off of these cards in my hand, I doubt that it's possible to run through my life. Yep, there it goes, and I'll pass. So he's down to 2 cards in hand, and just a Whitebeard plus the leader. And he's taxed 3 Dawn this turn, right? 1 by his leader, and 1 by this guy. So he found a Vista, which is a useless card. Found a Pistol, useless card. This just does nothing. So he has to either KO this or this, and he can't achieve both. And because of that, you will just lose because the last card in his hand is a Vista. So you can go, and yeah, man, sure. You did it. Swing into the Vista. He wanted the Nami KO. I respect that. And that's how you do it with LoL, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this sort of content, make sure to leave that like. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns in that comment section about how we could have played this game a little bit better, go ahead and leave a comment, and we'll see if we can discuss any changes. I don't think this game had much to discuss, more along the fact about my opponent really misplayed into my buggy, had a slow start, and I had 3 laws. That really will just get you ahead with this deck, and that is one of the ways that you can beat what I believe is a hard matchup. And lastly, if you guys haven't subscribed and are considering subscribing, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you get access to more of these videos, as I will be continuing to pump out One Piece content. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.